Alrighty, good morning for anyone watching. Today's glorious Wednesday morning at 8:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing our morning little go-through on MULN. Yesterday was pretty much just another typical day. We'll get to that momentarily, but I just want to say thank you to anyone watching these videos. Gained a handful more of sexy subscribers and also views as well. If these videos are well done or reaching people that need to see these videos, I really do appreciate it. And like I said, I'm not really sure how long I'm going to keep this stuff up for, but I just really do believe that something good can really come very quickly from this company. And it's going to be very quick. It's going to be catching a lot of people off guard. And I don't want to be holding my dick not prepared with some lubrication if this company does drop like a bombshell of great PR that sends this stock soaring. Currently, do not have a position in MULN. I ended up selling out of my position about a week ago now. I've been in and out of MULN for the last 2 years. I took a huge loss from holding a bag from March 2022 up until May 2023. And then from May, after the first reverse stock split, I've just been trading MULN, day trading, swing trading. It's been consistent with profits, day trading MULN, but the swing trading aspect, whenever I hold MULN, it's like a gamble. But if I day trade MULN on good PR, then I end up making money. But then again, it's pretty obvious that anyone who is still invested in MULN, you're down. And that is just such bullshit that we got murdered by massive dilution in a shitty board. That's really what it comes down to. But let's go over some potential positive things because, well, I really can't say positive things. Let's go ahead and get rid of all the negative things first, then potentially talk about some positive things. Okay, firstly, MULN did not drop any news yesterday. I really just was not up for making a video in the later yesterday afternoon. Today, I mean, it really depends. I mean, if MULN drops news, the stock receives a lot more volume and a lot more buying pressure. The stock, there was no news yesterday. So, MULN is silent, and I want to talk about why they potentially might be silent, because this is actually very, very alarming. Let me just go ahead and refresh. I'm on stock timing right now. Let's see. Market cap. Oh, and by the way, so I did actually look back at my videos. MULN has been below the 35 mil market cap since March 18th. So that means we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Today will be 8 days if we close below the 35 mil market cap. We still got 22 days, and that is reversible in 1 day. All we need is 1 day above the 35 mil market cap, and we're good. Everything goes in reverse. We don't have to worry about anything. I don't even know if the board is giving a hoot right now about the market cap. It kind of really sucks that everyone's silent. But we have not received any PR. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, which is very alarming. Like, maybe the board... So, I do have a theory on why MULN might be silent. And there is a good reason, and it might be a bad reason. But as you see, we're just dropping PR like crazy. And PR is fairly consistent with MULN, but for us to drop no PR for 2 weeks, it's kind of resembles like early March of 2023, where we would only get news maybe like once a month. And we were just purely running on technicals, which was not our friend at all. Okay, so let's go over to Benzinga, do a daily update. David Mitchery has not purchased any new shares, unfortunately. There's been no new SEC filings. Let's do a lawsuit update. First one with the spoofing case. The last one we covered, which was a few days ago. This one I'm watching out. I'm guessing that the judge did not dismiss this case because they were supposed to be meeting on March 21st, but this case is still valid. A lot of people said this case was going to be dropped, and apparently, from the looks of it, it's still ongoing, which is not a negative thing. Outstanding shares. So, I don't know how accurate this is, but if MULN was diluting shares, their market cap would be increasing. And the reason being is because there would be more shares in the market, which means the market cap would increase. Let me double check that very quickly. Hang on. Let me actually double check this. So right now there is 35 mil is the market cap we got to get over, divided by 655 mil. That means we have to close over let's say 5.35 is the price we need to close over. However, let's say if David is diluting shares, let's say 35 mil for the market cap, and let's say David is diluting up to 15 million shares. Now the float by outstanding shares goes to 15 million. That means the market cap will be increasing. So that means the 35 mil market cap is now going to be $2.3, significantly lower than what. So all throughout 2023, people knew that MULN was diluting because the stock would be decreasing by 20% in one day. But the market cap at the end of the week would be increasing. And everyone knew that massive dilution was happening, which was bullshit. Everyone knew that dilution was happening. However, MULN's market cap is not increasing. So that kind of is bullish in a way that no dilution appears to be happening. But I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a small fish in a big pond. I've been theoretically a trader for about close to maybe 2 years-ish now. And MULN has actually made me into a much better trader. All right, let's go over to bar chart. You literally just type bar chart MULN. We're going to be looking at the pivot levels for today. So let's go ahead and pull up the chart. Where's the chart? Charts. Okay. We're on the 1 minute time frame. Let's go ahead and do a quick review of what happened yesterday. So obviously these are the pivot levels for today. MULN ended up breaking the S1 a little bit yesterday, but they did not break the all-time low, which was good. And in yesterday's video, I pretty much said, and this is the honest truth, the all-time low is not a support beam. It's more of a psychological level, but it's not a support area. If we break the S1, there is a better chance that we're going to bounce off the S2 than we are going to bounce off the all-time low. So I am praying that we get production update and collection of revenue today. That would be amazing. That would make me buy into, but that is what I am waiting for. I am watching MULN and I am waiting for production update. And I know there's so many people on the sidelines too. 4 o'clock in the morning, not a whole lot happened. We did move up a little bit, but this is just, I mean, this is not even, this is like choppy volume. This is really nothing in this area. As for yesterday, we got no news, and we basically pretty much just sold off, trended up a little bit, and then we pushed down after lunch even harder, and then we just basically pretty much consolidated and traded sideways throughout the entire day. But there's nothing going on. MULN needs news. That's a God-honest truth. Otherwise, MULN will just be continuing to push harder down, which is what is happening. It's very unfortunate. A lot of people out there including myself, used to think that Mullen can just magically squeeze. No, it takes news. You need a reason to squeeze. Can Mullen move up very quickly? Absolutely. So can any other stock with the right type of news. Let's go ahead and look at a daily chart. All right, so daily chart, we're pretty much trying to create a bottom. If I had to read this from a technical standpoint, I am a TA guy. I'm not an FA. I'm also not a financial advisor, like I said. FA, fundamental analysis, but I am a technical analysis guy. That's how I make my money trading in the stock market. However, it does look like we're semi-consolidating now, because we've had 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be on the 4th day. We're basically just moving sideways, and it looks like something like this is happening, which is very unfortunate. And hopefully we have bottomed for the time being. I really do pray we have. I ended up selling my position around this area. Took a loss because my average was right around right below $7, which sucks even more. Adding more losses to what Mullen has taken from me. But it's really one of those point of views. Do you want to hold all this area, or because we can move from this area to this area very quickly? We need news. We cannot do this if Mullen is silent. And if we get more of these random pops like this was a random pop on Monday. This is pretty much manipulation, because as you see, we were at 429. We popped up Monday, and then we basically pretty much fell off the following day. Yesterday, when we fell off, we pretty much gave up the previous day's gains. And what this pretty much is manipulation and pretty much a short attack. This is what manipulations do. I mean, this is what stock manipulation happens like this. And if you are retail, you can very well get screwed. And I've lost so much money because I've taken this as a good sign, especially on Mullen. In the last 2 years, I have lost a lot of money because I bought into this nonsense. And I know a lot of other people have too. But when you actually learn what this stuff is and you actually see it time and time and again, you tend to really understand, wait a second, this is just market manipulation. And in one day, we pretty much gave up a 10% move, which is very unfortunate because there's probably a lot of people that bought in this area. And now they're down like 7-8% because Mullen yesterday went down 5.27%. But this is really just the charts, guys. We need news to go higher, and everyone knows that. Everyone understands that, but now let's go ahead and talk. Why is Mullen silent? Because there's a positive side and there's a negative side to it as well. Why do we think that Mullen is silent? Okay, so let's look at the bear case of why Mullen is silent, and then we'll look at the bullish case, which I tend to agree more on the bullish aspect, but let's go ahead and dissect this. So type into Google, and if you are ever unsure about anything, you can literally ask the god of the internet. I'm about to be 36 years old, currently 35, and ever since I didn't even realize I was doing this. At the age of 19, I wanted to make a little kind of like a monthly budget calendar, and I ended up accidentally creating a balance sheet. At the age of 19, I created my own balance sheet. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. I was just following stuff from Google. But if you are ever unsure about anything, type it into Google. Always. I have boomer family members that just don't understand Google and technology. I've tried helping those people, but I know I'm not in the same boat. I am a belligerent millennial, but I've learned a lot, and I know how to use technology. So type in on Google MULN lawsuit, and you basically see everything comes up on a positive note for Mullen. Now type in MULN lawsuit Reddit, and it's going to be the first one. This actually is getting a lot of traction, and I hate using Reddit for a lot of things, but this is actually a decent post. Let's go ahead and look at this very quickly. So 21 days ago, another Mullen lawsuit update has been active for 2 years, going to trial under 2 months, has motion to dismiss his tab, met a daylight, early stages. You can look at the case here. This entire thread actually has some decent information. Going over to the actual court case, this was a lawsuit filed back in 2022. Last updated, date file, I thought we can organize this, April, May, 2023. Okay, so here it is. Notice of attorney appearance. So, this lawsuit has actually been going on for quite some time behind closed doors. And now it's I don't even have, let's see, order of motion, the counsel. I don't want to actually. Well, let's just go ahead and read this. I'm also not really good at reading like legal. I'm not a attorney at all, but it looks like this case is still ongoing, and this is the case that pretty much happened against Mullen since April 2022. It was brought up, and it seems like it's old news, but this case is actually still ongoing, and as you see, this is actually gaining some new updates as time is going. A lot of people on X are talking about this case as well. So, could Mullen be silent because of this case? Because the last time that Mullen ended up posting PR was, ironically, March 14th. And then the PR literally just openly stopped. So, could this lawsuit have something to do with the because this is absolutely it's very concerning that Mullen is not posting any type of PR. Because they normally do post a lot of PR. They're like a PR, like, watchdog in a way. And they're just gone really silent. And it's a little out of the ordinary. So, could it be because of a lawsuit? I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not on Mullen's legal team. I'm just someone on the sidelines. It could, or maybe it could not. But either way, Mullen is silent. Now, the bullish case scenario, which I do believe, this is what I personally believe, and that lawsuit has been happening for the last 2 years, and Mullen has been producing PR well as that lawsuit is going on. Just because a lawsuit is happening to your company doesn't mean you have to stop, like, alerting investors. It doesn't work like that. And, of course, Mullen does have its own legal team, so it's not like Mullen is, you know, being sued into bankruptcy. Hopefully that's not the case. But if you go ahead and type into Google, once again, let's see, Mulan. That was actually a really good movie. The 1998 one, not the 2020 bullshit one. How many lawsuits has Tesla had? Yeah, I mean, look, if you're a publicly traded company, you're going to be sued. Over close to 2,000 lawsuits. And I do believe this. I do believe that Tesla, and it's, look at what is currently happening with Apple. Apple is being sued right now. Meta has been sued. Every company out there that's been publicly traded has gone through some type of legal lawsuit. And it happens. Just because you're being sued, it's not a negative thing. You really got to look at why they're being sued and what the actual outcome is and what the plaintiff is really asking in the terms of a lawsuit. Okay, bullish case that I think why Mullen is silent. They're getting their ducks in a row, and David has stated many times that he wants to, before dropping a significant big type of PR, they want everything aligned. Instead of dropping a PR saying, hey, we ended up selling X amount of vehicles potentially, and we are collecting this much revenue, wouldn't it be better to say, hey, we invoiced Randy Marion for $17 million. We sold all of our vehicles, and we have just collected $17 million. Rather than issuing PR like they did back in January, where they pretty much said, Mullen has delivered 50 vans, and we have invoiced 1.6 million. Mullen delivers another 50 vans. So instead of saying, like, hey, we deliver this, we invoice, it would be such a more powerful PR to scare shorts and make shorts close their positions or double down, which is going to add a lot of buying pressure and ultimately cost them a lot of money, to just drop everything at once and say, hey, this, we've done this, we collect. That would be a bombshell. But then once again, it's speculation from me, and we're just on the waiting game. Because unless Mullen drops that, it would be suicidal, really, to buy into Mullen right now. The trend is not our friend, and we just got to be patient. But that's why I think Mullen is silent. I think that Randy Marion hopefully is selling these vehicles, and Mullen is just waiting to get a paycheck to drop as news. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully I'm wrong about the lawsuit. And hopefully we all make our money back from this stock. I'm praying, and hopefully you guys are too. Keep the good vibes. Keep the faith. Yes, there's a lot of bear case around here, but just keep Mullen on watch, because this thing can turn around very quickly. All right, as always, if Mullen does drop news, I'll make another video on it. Otherwise, I might make a video later today, not sure. Otherwise, take it easy, everyone.